We are live with the No Name Podcast, guys. We've done this 10 times now. This is the 10th episode of the No Name Podcast, and I'm here by myself again. I was here 2 weeks ago by myself. Gave you guys a recap of Philly. I wasn't here last week. I was sick. My voice sounded crazy. I was sniffling. I looked crazy. You guys wouldn't have liked it last week. So we put up the Mitch Williams interview with Eddie from the Philly show. If you haven't checked that out, definitely go back and watch that one. But after this one, watch that one after this one. This one's better because I'm on this one. Eddie's on that one. I'm not on that one. I'm in the background, actually. Look for me. Let's talk. We're going to talk about the NBA playoffs. We're down to the final four in the NBA. Western Conference Finals, the Suns had a chance to close it out last night, and Paul George scored 41 points and extended the series to a Game 6, going back to L.A. And now Chris Paul's got the chance to go into the Staples Center against the team that he used to play for and beat them on their own home court with a chance to move on to the NBA Finals for the first time in his career. His Topps Chrome, 2005 Topps Chrome PSA 10 has gone up in the last few weeks. About 3 weeks ago, they were going for around $1,000, and that's gone up to around $1,500 now, currently with them one game out of the NBA Finals for the first time in Chris Paul's career. Speaking of Paul George as well, playing for the Clippers, he extended the series, sending it to a Game 6. He's been playing great in the absence of a guy whose cards have started to go the other way since he's been out, Kawhi Leonard. His 2012 Prism PSA 10s were doing around $1,600 to $1,900 at the start of June, and they're now around $800 since he hasn't played a game in the Western Conference Finals since the injury. It's an ACL injury. They're not saying much more than that. So there's obviously people speculating. Maybe it's a torn ACL. Maybe it's a sprain. But either way, hoping for the best for Kawhi to get back healthy quick. But maybe we just wait a little bit until the Suns get to the finals. And then Kawhi can come back healthy and all that next season. Because I'd love to see Chris Paul get to his first finals. For those of you who don't know, Chris Paul's behind Dwayne Wade. Chris Paul is my favorite basketball player. So really would like to see him do well and get to a finals and win a championship because he deserves it. If anybody in the league deserves it, I think Chris Paul and Damian Lillard are probably the two most deserving of finally winning a championship. Go to the Eastern Conference now. Somewhere over there, right? Because I'm pointing that way, so it's got to be. Bucks and the Hawks. We've got Giannis versus Trae Young, which seems unfair when you're looking at it because Giannis is like 7 foot and Trae Young is like 5'10" or something. So, but Hawks steal game 1 in Milwaukee, and then Milwaukee comes back and absolutely destroys Atlanta in game 2. Game 3 is back and forth until the end where Milwaukee started to pull away. And I think at the end of that game, you saw experience play out in a home game for Atlanta, which is crazy because in game 1, it was almost the reverse, where in the last 2 minutes, Atlanta looked like the more mature team. But Milwaukee, credit to them, has made adjustments all playoffs. They've been able to adjust to what the other team's been throwing out and the way the other team's made adjustments. Coach Budenholzer has done a good job adjusting to those adjustments that are made against his team. I've said adjustments about 10 times in the last minute. So I think the Bucks are looking good, and Trae Young's hurt, questionable for Game 4. I think unless he absolutely can't run, he's going to play because they're down 2-1 and they need a win. And without Trae, as Chris Broussard broke the news yesterday, I believe, Chris Broussard with the ultimate take of saying that if Trae Young cannot play in this series anymore, that the Bucks are going to win the series. And wow, Chris Broussard, you go out on a limb on that one. But Trae Young, regardless, the Hawks and Trae Young have had a very good season. They turned their season around when Nate McMillan took over as the head coach, and they've fought their way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody expected them to be here, but they are here after they beat the Philadelphia 76ers. And I've not had time to talk about this on the podcast, but I want to go back to our third episode really quick, right? Episode 3, Josh, the CTO of INVESTACARD, is on the episode, and he says a little piece about Ben Simmons that I want you all to hear. So take a quick listen.
I'm a little biased because I think, first of all, Ben Simmons is, I'm not gonna disparage anybody on a podcast, but Ben Simmons is like if you can't shoot a jumper, what are you doing in the NBA? Like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. Right? He hits it right on the head in that Ben Simmons, an unwilling jump shooter, became a liability for the 76ers. And as much slander as Ben Simmons has gotten, and I'll liken this to the Paul George situation, where last year he was horrendous in the playoffs, and I think Paul George knows he was bad last year in the playoffs and has come back this year, and he's been Paul George. One thing about Paul George, guys, by the way, he took Miami's Big Three to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and his second and third options were Roy Hibbert and Lance Stevenson. So let's remember these things when we talk about guys and say that they're no good at basketball. But the Ben Simmons situation is a little bit like that, I think. You got a guy who's an all-star basically every year, a top-tier defender, a top-tier passer, and he's got one flaw in his game, and that's he's unwilling to shoot the basketball. And while that is a big flaw for your point guard to have, it's something that can be fixed. And I'm looking at Ben Simmons' 2016 Panini Prism Silver PSA 9s selling for under $200 right now. And I think for anybody, that's a great buy because, like I said, he's a perennial all-star. And it's literally a jump shot. If he can even just start taking that shot, you don't even have to hit the shot at an elite clip. You just need to be willing to take it to where the defense can respect it. And I think if he does that, then a lot more things open up for Ben Simmons, and I think he can only get better if he chooses to do so. Switching sports, going to switch gears a little bit. 72 days until the NFL season, and it should be an interesting season this year. We've got I've been looking at a couple different quarterbacks. Kyler Murray is one of them because I think the Cardinals have improved the team, going out and getting him A.J. Green, James Conner, and then on the defensive end signing J.J. Watt. I think they've done some nice things on both sides of the ball to help improve the team, and I think there's a ton of talent with Kyler Murray. He's a mobile quarterback who can sling it. He's already got DeAndre Hopkins, so there's tons of talent there in Arizona. If they can put it all together, it'll be a fun team to watch, and that should be a really good football team. The other quarterback I've been watching just because I'm interested. I'm really interested to see, is he going to be a starting quarterback this year, or is he going to be the host of Jeopardy? Aaron Rodgers, right? Is he going to play football, or is he going to retire, essentially, and choose that, say he doesn't want to play for the Packers, and he's not going to play football? I think he's going to end up playing. It'll be extremely interesting to see if he does end up playing for the Packers or not. And if he's not playing for the Packers, what team might be out there willing to trade him? If you've got any ideas on a good trade package for Aaron Rodgers, you just put it in the comments. Let's see what you think. What do you think? Where do you think Aaron Rodgers will be at the start of the season? Do you think he will be with the Green Bay Packers? Do you think he will be with another team? Or do you think he's going to be hosting Jeopardy? It's one of the three, pretty much. Shout out to Prism God. I'm going to put his Instagram right here so you guys can all go follow him and keep up, because Culture Collision in Atlanta, July 16th through 18th, the Culture Collision Card Show. We're really excited to get out to Atlanta and talk to everybody. We always love going to these shows, networking with people, meeting some of our followers, and meeting new people as well. So we're really excited. July 16th through 18th, Culture Collision. That is in Atlanta. If you are going to be in Atlanta's area, or you're in the Atlanta area already, on July 16th through 18th, definitely stop by, come to the booth, see us, check us out, say hi, take a picture. We love that stuff. So definitely come and stop by the booth at Culture Collision in Atlanta.
Gotta read this special announcement.
Oh, wow. All right. Nice. Okay. Okay, here we start. Kevin reads his lines and then turns into Eddie.
We are live from INVESTACARD, and you know I had to just pop in. We got some breaking news here at INVESTACARD. Team's been working hard on closing this deal with the company out of Germany. We've been talking about this for quite some time now, about the last month, but the deal is closed. We are happy to announce our brand new partnership and investment into the card-based app. If you are looking to manage your sports card portfolio, if you're looking for real-time data, and you want to stay on top of the sports card market, you got an Apple phone, you got an Android phone, go download the Card-Base app right now. Card-Base app. We are going to be announcing some promo codes coming up with Card-Base. The main reason why we invested in them was to have real-time data for our brand new finance product, the Sports Card Advance, and that is going to give us the ability to look at a card and with some technology instantly approve that card within a couple of minutes and get your account funded instantly. So go and download that app, Cardbase. We've got some exciting stuff coming up with Cardbase, and so if you're looking to stay on top of the market, now's the opportunity. Go ahead and do that. As always, invest in the best with InvestaCard. We will see you guys soon.